Welcome to part two of our wellness projection planner creation. Well, let's pick up right where we left off. Okay, so it looks good. Here it is, how it is right here, and boom. So our index page is done. Now we are going to go into our calendar page, January. All right, so to get your calendar, what you have to do is go and find a template calendar that you want to use, right? So for calendar, when you're trying to find a calendar, all you got to do is search calendar 2024. And then you scroll through and find a calendar that you are looking for. There's so many options. Like this is a good option right here. This one will do just fine because I can't find the original one that I used. So this one is perfect. We'll just use this one. And then to select it, you select customize calendar. And then select everything that you need from it, which is just this portion. So we'll just copy. And paste. I'm gonna group this because it'll make it easier to shrink it down to size for me. So we'll shrink it down to size. Now this calendar is a little bit different from the one that I used because I always have a hard time finding that one. I'm not sure why, but this one is fine too. This just goes to show you the versatility of the planner. You can make it look however you want it to look. So this fits perfectly. So we're going to ungroup this. You can leave 2024 if you want. I'm going to take it off because it doesn't fit what I'm trying to do. So we have our month, and then we have our calendar, and then we do have a to-do list down here. So we have to create that to-do list, and then to create the to-do list, come back to all and remove this square, and we're going to select this shape again. Reduce the size. Don't like this color, so let's make it more of this salmon color we've been using. So that's perfect right here. Okay, now we have to get some check boxes. So checkbox. This one is perfect. We'll change the color to our salmon color. And then we'll reduce the size. We need to fit 5 of these onto here. So I think this is a good size. We may have to make this a little smaller. Okay. Just play with it to get the shapes equally aligned. and in the same field with the other ones. That looks good. So now we're going to add our lines. I guess I added it twice. So add your line, change the color. Again, we're sticking to our salmon color. And then you can also make the thickness of the line smaller. I like mine to be a number 1. Just makes it cleaner and just nicer looking than that thick line. Just drag it down here. Gonna duplicate. The aligning takes the most part because you want everything to look perfect, right? Otherwise it ends up looking a little weird if you don't align all of them together. All right, so we're done with that. The next thing we're going to do is get our text onto it. So to do list, and my font of choice is breathing for this one. All right, is it too big? I don't think so. Let's see. And I like it kind of sitting off into the calendar. It gives it that nice little vibe of like, you know, I'm artsy, I'm cute. I created this. Okay, so now we're going to add our to-do list elements on here. So again, just text. Of course, we have our monthly goals. We're going to reduce the size of this to, let's see, let's try 20. And see what that looks like on here. Let's see. It's still a little too big. Let's take it back down. I think 18 is good. Okay, then we're going to duplicate that. Okay, so it's monthly goals, then monthly inception, and then whenever you're making this, you can title it whatever you want. These are just my thought, like my definitions of what I want in my planner. So feel free to change it to what you want. Mid-month assessment. Monthly reflection. And then 5-minute journal. Okay, so we have our calendar complete. So the first thing we're going to do is the monthly goals. So to get the monthly goals, we just come here to home and search a monthly goals page. So monthly goals. You can select any one of these templates that you want. There's so many different templates, right? So select the one that fits whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, right? So I felt like this one was good for my sister. So that's the one I ended up using for her. And then to use it again, you select the template and then go into customize this template. If you want to create your own, you can, because I did create some of my own templates for this planner, but not for the monthly goals. For the monthly goals, I just used the already built template, right? But you delete some of the elements that you feel like you may not need in your template. So I deleted all the elements I don't need, and then I'll select. Oh, I don't need this right here either, so let me unselect. I don't need this, so delete that. But I want everything else. So just select all of that, copy it, come into your planner, and paste it into it. Again, I like to group everything whenever I'm making size adjustments because it just makes it easier to stick to that, to make everything like stick in the same dimensions of size. I don't like to do it separately. I just like to group it. You may not need to group it, but I'm so accustomed to grouping that I just group before making any kind of size changes. All right, so it's grouped. Now, I mean, it's the size that I want it. Now I'm gonna ungroup it, and I'm gonna change the colors to fit my color scheme. All right. So to do that, just select these elements and then change the color. Again, we're doing that nude pinkish. Beautiful. All right, this needs to be black. Beautiful. And I want this to be salmon. Just be careful. This has like 4 or 5 different color schemes. I'm not sure why, but just change it all to the same color. Again, the monthly exception, I created that template. So rather than recreating it, what I'm going to do is just go to my sister's page and copy that. Right click and select the elements that we want or that we need, which is this. Then we're going to copy it and we're going to paste it onto here. It gets a little tricky, so we're not going to paste it onto here because it's going to get a little tricky. I usually have a little scrap page at the end that I like to kind of do stuff with. So I'll paste it onto here, onto my scrap page, and then I'll delete the spots that I don't need. So I don't need this, don't need that, and I don't need this. I'm going to copy all of this. And what are we going to do? We're going to group it, right? And then copy the group. And paste it onto here. So again, the reason I did like this is because I already created this and I don't want to go back and recreate everything because it took a little bit of time. So rather than recreating it, let me just copy it and save myself some time. But what I will do is I'm going to ungroup it. I'm married with kids. My sister is 20, unmarried, no kids. So our focuses for each month is going to be different. So I do want her to focus on her hobbies. I want her to focus on her relationship with her friends. I do want her to focus on her relationship. Focus on. I want her to focus on hobbies, focus on friends. I do want her to focus on faith, and I also kind of want her to focus on mental well-being. Monthly focus, mental, just so that she can kind of have that as some of the things that she wants to work on to improve her mental well-being as well, right? And then for the mid-month assessment, um, again, we'll come into templates, and then if you want, just type in monthly. You can type mid-month assessment, or you can type in monthly goals. Find a monthly goal that fits that for us. And for the mid-month assessment, I used this monthly reflection journal, right? Let me close some of these tabs out. So I used this monthly reflection journal. Paste that. And then we're going to delete the elements we don't need. We don't need any of this right here. If anything gives you a problem with deleting on the page directly, just come to the positions tab and delete what you don't need. So this is all we need right here. So we're going to copy this. Again, what we're going to do, we're going to group it, because grouping makes it a lot easier to do what we're trying to do, you know? And if you guys want a better in-depth tutorial on how I created some of these, how I edited some of these templates to fit my need, just say so in the comments and I can do so. But again, just for time saving sakes, I'm just going to copy what I did in my template and place it onto here. And boom, we have our mid-month assessment. And then the end of the month assessment. Let's go back and look at that. Let's see what that looks like. Daily goals or something like that. Let's see, daily goals. All right, so daily journal. So this is the one I used here. And again, you just gotta scroll through and find what you're looking for, right? Because the reason it's taking me a little bit longer is because I use so many different elements and I have to go back and find those elements that I use, right? But there's the options are so limitless, right? So you just have to kind of go through and search and find a template that fits your needs. And trust me, you are gonna find a template that fits your needs. So this is what I use for the monthly reflection. As you can see, it's very similar. I did change, I changed quite a bit of it to make it fit what I wanted. So this is what the template looks like, and this is what I changed it to. All right, so similar but different. So let's go back to that template. Things I'm grateful for, my goals and my intention, reflection, space for creativity, what I accomplished today. What I accomplished today, reflections, my goals and my intentions, things that I'm grateful for, space for creativity. So it's a little different, but still very similar. So again, I'm not going to recreate this. I am literally just going to copy from what I created already and just paste it into the new one that I'm showing you guys how to create it. All right, so just I'm gonna copy this page remove what I don't need, right? So we're gonna delete that, delete this, delete this, delete that. So now we're going to copy this. And what are we going to do? We're going to group it. Again, grouping is the best thing you can do to save yourself some time and energy. All right. So end of the month, boom, paste. And it kind of fits, but we're going to reduce it a little bit more just so it can fit a little better. Let me take it in this way. Not too much. All right. That looks good. All right, so we're done with that. And then 5-minute journaling. Again, we're going to go into our templates. Let me close out some of these tabs that are open. We're going to go into our templates. And find the 5-minute journaling. Template, so 5-minute journal. And how easy is this to do? I'm laying down in my bed. It is, what time is it? 10:17 p.m. working on this. That's how easy this is to do. My battery is about to die, so I do need to go get my battery. My charger. So let's try and hurry it up. All right, so I use this as my template for 5-minute journaling. But again, feel free to scroll through and find a template that fits your need. And move this down. I feel like it's too far above from that line. Then we're just going to select all of this. Don't worry about these spokes. It's just for if you are going to print it, it has the spots for where the spiral would actually go into, but it doesn't come out on the actual template because it's not there essentially. All right, so then we're going to come back and just paste it into here, shrink it down. That looks good. And just move it up to fit. So that's it for part 2 of this 3-part series. Keep watching part 3 so you can see how we complete this wellness projection planner.